So, the big news coming out of SummerSlam is the return of King Kong Bundy, who's going to be joining your stable right out of the gate. They've even got him reprising his old 5 count gimmick. Did you know that he actually had a full head of hair too? He would just shave his head.
I know.
Yeah, so like he had like a big, thick, full head of hair, but I guess he wanted to like look intimidating, so he'd shave off his eyebrows and his hair and get out there to the ring, pal.
Well, good for him.
It's an interesting
I
gimmick.
just thought he was naturally bald.
He wore it well, like it worked for him.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, and he could be, he was funny though. I mean, there were times when he was really funny. So anyway,
Well, he was more than 10 years older than he was when Ernie Ladd used to accuse him of being lazy in Mid-South. Stealing money, Bundy.
yeah, that's right. Bundy, you're stealing money from Mid South, Bundy.
Everybody's got this great Ernie Ladd impression, and literally all of them use that quote. They say, "You're stealing money."
Yeah, yeah.
Ted, how would you compare his Mid-South work to what he was doing in the WWF in 1994? Obviously, a little bit older at this point.
Well, he was older, and yeah, definitely a lot better. He's had some time to grow. So yeah, I would say he was better.
I would think that over the course of your career, like I think a lot of fans will hear that and say, like, well, he's older, he's probably slowed way down, he's not as good as he used to be. It's like in reality with wrestling, he's probably a way better performer now that he's had way more reps under his belt, right?
Well, yeah, yeah. That's the thing about it's like in wrestling, it's not about speeding up; it is about slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but
It does to me now that I'm wrestling, Ted.
yeah,
Especially as a heel, because the idea is that the baby face is supposed to shine, and it's kind of like this lightning fast sort of sequence to get him shined up. And then as a heel, you want to bring the audience down by kind of
yeah,
slowing the pace a little bit, right?
right, right. Yeah, and all of that is done, and it's done in a way where the heel keeps cheating, and hiding things from the referee, and all of that until then the baby face, he starts to climb up, and you bring him back down, and he starts to you know recover again, and what have you, and then you bring him back down, and you do it in a way where each time he's getting a little closer, and then finally, you do whatever that spot is where the heel takes a big bump or whatever, and it gives the baby face, time to recover, and then the heel turns around, and if he's smart, he's like this. He says, he's on his heels now. He's backing up, asking for mercy. So anyway, that's old
That's
school.
that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
And Ted, as you're laying that out, of course, I'm reminded that you're considered one of the greatest technicians of all time in all of wrestling, and I think that most people that are listening to this would agree. It does make me wonder, though. Bundy, not what you would call a technician in the ring, but didn't really need to be, I guess. What did you think of what he brought to the table as a performer?
Well, no, is he? Was he a great technician? No. I mean, hey, and I really liked the guy, because he was a funny guy, and some of the things he would say in the dressing room and what have you is like. But the deal with Ernie Ladd, you reminded me of that Bundy. You're stealing money from Mid South, Bundy. uh, oh well.
Was that
Anyway,
like a shoot? Was he just kind of like a lazy performer at times?
I don't know if that's it. I think Ernie was just giving him a hard time.
Ah, okay.